Hi guys, Coach Bon here. Diagnosed bipolar, self-diagnosed narcissist, NPD. Okay, so before I go to my video, I want to preface this guy, okay, this for all you guys watching, okay? I'm no psychologist, I'm no doctor, I'm no nothing in academia, all right? So I'm basically someone who has the condition, trying to work through the reasons I have this condition and how do I give meaning to it, right? So I'm not especially religious or anything like that, okay? But probably some of the things that I talk about will drift into the realm of spirituality or religion, okay? Reason for that is because I want to try to make sense of all these things. Trying to make sense of why there exist people like myself. So if any of you been through any of the videos that I make, it's mostly me exploring ideas, okay? It's mostly me exploring ideas. So whatever you see right now when I talk, it's just basically something that pops out of my head while I'm talking, right? So if any of you guys feel like you want to join in, see if it resonates with you. So today I'm going to be talking about an interest, in my opinion, an interesting perspective, right? The possibility that perhaps what the narcissists do, why narcissists do what they do, is because they're seeking a symbiosis. Okay? So a symbiosis is basically when two organisms help each other, strengthen each other. All right? So it's specific. So before this, a lot of people look at narcissists or people with my condition as parasites. We take, and we never give. Now let's for a second, just for this video, think, what if those things are wrong? What if the reason we do what we do is because we are seeking a symbiosis? We're seeking a transaction. We're trying to do something that we feel is reciprocal. We're trying to give something to you, and you gave something to us. Okay, let's think of it in a way, right? I'll try to do this in a step-by-step way. In a step-by-step way. Okay, if you've been to my previous videos, I've talked to you guys about the main motivations of a narcissist, and deriving from that motivation, that primal motivation, the person that has the narcissistic personality disorder creates his own dharma. Creates his own dharma. All right? So it's basically like this, huh? So we experience shame and we experience guilt. All right? For different reasons, okay? Could be because of abandonment, could be because of smothering, whatever it is, all right? We experience shame and guilt very early in our lives, right? Now, there are a certain amount of people who really feel this shame and guilt to such an extent that the mind requires them to create a defense mechanism. a defense mechanism, an efficient one that protects us from this constant pain. Now, how efficient is this thing? How efficient is this defense mechanism? This freaking thing is so efficient that we go through life automatic. Most of the time, for most narcissists, you do things automatic. It's that efficient. You know, you don't have to think about it. Which makes me think, in a previous video, I tried to explore the possibility that it's actually a programming which switches on when certain conditions are being met. Meaning here, extreme shame and extreme guilt from whatever condition. The mind already has a certain set of programming that it switches on. And that person, hence, from then on, will become a narcissist. Okay, I'm going to deviate a little bit from talking about symbiosis and talk about the Dharma. Okay, the goal, the mission. So the programming switches on because we are trying to complete the mission. What's the mission? The mission is to destroy, to change, avoid, whatever you want to use. Whatever you want to use. I don't want to use the word destroy, okay? But in any sense, to negate the source of the shame and the guilt. That is actually one of the biggest mission of any narcissist. Why? It's because we feel shame and guilt 24/7. Even when sleeping, 24/7 we feel the shame and guilt. Now, the only way, in my opinion, for a narcissist to fix himself is once he achieves this particular mission. Once he feels that he has shut down the cause of the shame and guilt. So obviously for different narcissists, they will have a different mission. Okay, they will have a different perspective on what's causing them the shame and guilt. All right? And so nature gives the narcissist certain abilities. Okay? Probably not physical abilities. Well, unless you're talented, of course. Okay? Like high IQ and all this kind of stuff. But the abilities that are given to you is one, your ability to impose your will on others and your environment without feeling guilt. Because most of the time, on our way to reach that mission, the Dharma that you're supposed to do, it's not going to be pretty, guys. All right? Because you're on your way to push away, to negate the source of your guilt and shame. So whatever that's causing you guilt and shame, you better bet it's going to fight back. And you're going to need certain weapons, certain abilities. So the first thing that's given to a narcissist is its ability to impose its will on others. It's uncanny. It's automatic. All right? I mean, you don't really see anyone that doesn't have a narcissistic condition being able to do what we do, to the certain extent of what we do, the brainwashing that we are able to do. And most of the time when you ask us how we do it, we don't know how we do it. And so we are given certain abilities, certain dangerous abilities in order to do this, to complete this mission. So before I go further into exploring the ideas of this symbiosis, all right? Here's where I'll have a critique of Sam Vaknin. Sam, you're my brother, man. You're my older brother. You paved the way for people like me. It's obvious that your mission, your dharma, is for you to help us understand what exactly this defense mechanism does. I mean, you know it inside out. But here's the deal, my man. For some reason, you're rejecting the ability that it provides us. You're not telling people why this particular adaptation has been given to us. I mean, that if we're talking about adaptations, right? It means it has a evolutionary benefit. I mean, there's a reason uh, for human beings to actually be able to become narcissists. I don't know if you're listening. If anyone's listening to me, you talk to Sam. If you know, if you can talk to Sam, of course, or comment on his videos. You tell him, why not explore the reasoning behind why narcissists do these things? For me, I feel it's because we are asked to do a certain thing. We have a mission already. And once this mission complete, then the narcissism will go away. Because by then, there is no reason to feel shame or guilt. Like even myself, I have an idea what caused me the shame and guilt. Of course, I'm not going to share it with you guys. Okay, keep it to myself. So that's my critique of Sam Vaknin. Why not look at the reasoning behind the adaptation instead of looking at it as a disorder? I mean, if I have to fault you for something, I have to fault you for coining a lot of terms that puts us in a bad light. Although you some of your tunes have changed, I can see that. But perhaps the next part of your life is to focus on us, on the narcissist, right? Right now, you're trying to atrophy the ability using cold therapy, which you call the cold therapy. What if you explore the reasoning behind someone with narcissistic personality disorder? Why this adaptation occur? Not just in a sense to protect that, protect that person, but to achieve the dharma. Hey, what's up, Kaylin? So today I'm going to be exploring that. Why am I given this type of adaptation? Right? For just a second, okay? For just this video, let's talk about uh, me having narcissistic personality disorder as being an evolutionary adaptation that's beneficial for for human being, right? So meaning here, I'm put into this world. So if you're a godly person, for a reason. Now, if you are someone who is given this kind of abilities, all right, the ability to literally uh, brainwash everyone you want, don't you think? Don't you think there's going to be a safeguard? Don't you think if you believe in God, for example, don't you think God will put a safeguard to ensure that someone with this type of ability doesn't go haywire? Okay, let's explore that a bit. What will happen to a narcissist? What would happen to a narcissist that doesn't require control from other people? Okay? See, the obvious situation is I will be a psychopath. That's the obvious. That's the obvious thing. If I have become so self-sufficient and still be able to be basically do whatever I want, manipulate whoever I want, and I'm smart enough to do that, the obvious conclusion is I'll be a psychopath. And no one wants a psychopath. So there are fail safes then to ensure that these people who has my condition does not go that route. Because I can tell you right now, psychopath, I do become psychopath once in a while, and it's usually in the extreme shame and guilt. So if I have to envision what a psychopath is, someone with extreme shame and guilt. And you know, I already told you, right? We are designed to shut down these things that cause us shame and guilt. We are designed to do that. Now, if you're a psychopath, you're gonna do whatever you want. So I spoke in a previous video also why why we have this kryptonite. I don't like to call it kryptonite. Why are we given this control mechanism? Well, in my opinion, right, in order for us to be effective at what we do, meaning here to achieve our goal, our mission, our dharma, to change, to negate, to destroy the cause of shame and guilt that's happening on us, we sacrifice the ability to have a conscience, so to speak. All right? So the partner that we are looking for, so the adaptation for this is we require the validation, require the fuel. And how the I mean biologically, that's how we reward it. Every time that someone gives us some kind of validation, right? We get a dopamine hit. Boom. We feel good. We get a relief from all the pain. I mean, who wouldn't want that? Okay, it's short term, of course. But at least it gives us relief from all the pain, at least for a while. So a lot of this, I suppose, narcissists. So if you're a self-aware narcissist, don't forget your mission, guys. The mission is not to get fuel, okay? I mean, it's part of it. Your mission is to negate whatever is causing that shame and guilt that's causing us. And here's the deal. Most of the time, if you negate that, you negate it for other people as well. It's kind of like, let's say there's a tiger killing everyone in your village. And you kill the tiger, everyone benefits from that, right? Everyone gets safe. So by helping yourself, you're helping others. Kind of like that, okay? Don't forget your mission. Now let's go back to symbiosis. Why do we need the partnership? Now the partner, I mean, this is from your side, from a narcissist perspective. What you require from the partner are a few things. Okay? Validation. Obviously, validation. The second thing you get from them, you get a conscience, a moral conscience. Someone who will actually point you at the right direction. Okay? I've been listening to a YouTube when they ask us, right? She was trying to explore the situation where is it possible for a narcissist to feel love? Definitely, we can feel love. It's just not for you. It's just for us. All right. All right. Okay. Glad you agree, Kaylin. Yeah, we can do a lot of benefit for the world. Okay. Here's the deal. We can feel love. It's just that the love is for ourselves. Why? Because at this particular moment, I am trying to protect myself from the feeling of shame and guilt, trying to at least subdue the pain. It's kind of tough for me to love you if I'm under if if I feel like I'm being stabbed by knives, man. I gotta help myself first. I mean, you gotta agree with that, right? So we can feel love. It's just that it's for us. Now here's the good, here's the smart thing though. Here's the smart thing though. Here's the smart thing about the adaptation. And probably the reason why all we have this abuse coming from both sides. Okay, abuse coming from both sides. Okay, we as narcissists know what we need from you. Now here's where narcissist becomes brain dead a little bit. You didn't ask what the other person wanted. We think they know what we want. We think that we know what they want already. So what happens usually in this situation? Because most narcissists believe that they are the greatest. They have a fantasy of being the greatest. So what is the biggest gift I can give to you? The biggest gift I can give to you, if okay, this is for the narcissist perspective, right? Is for me to turn you into myself. It's for me to turn you into myself. For you, because I'm trying to make you the greatest, the best. That's the problem with narcissists, man. You never ask this person if he wants that. All right? You never ask. You never say, you know what, you want to be like this? I can make you like this. Hence, all the wasted manipulation. Okay? It becomes a manipulation because you didn't ask. You narcissists out there, you never asked if these guys wanted it. Now, I'll give you a secret. I asked this to my wife. Not at the start, of course. All right, maybe I should start at the start. All right. So, when I was with my wife, this is what I asked her. Obviously, I don't know what her definition of love, right? I asked her, "What's your definition of love?" She told me definition of love was loyalty. Cool. What is your definition of loyalty? Don't love anyone else but me. Meaning here, only be with me. Guess what, guys? That's how you know what people think. That's how you know what people want, and you give it to them. So I gave my wife loyalty. Okay? Never cheated once in 10 years. Even though, considering my bipolarism and having NPD, I should be the first person to cheat. And I haven't cheated yet. Okay, based on the definitions, of course. Now, as a narcissist, you ask the person what you want. Ask, what do you want? Because the narcissist can give it to you. Why? Because we can. Now, but the symbiosis in this whole situation is we can help you become what you want to become. Because most people, in my opinion, also goes through guilt and shame. I mean, we look at it through your lens, through our lens, sorry. We look at it through our lens. Our whole lives revolves around trying to avoid guilt and shame. And our greatest gift to you, in our perspective, is for you to be impervious to that as well. And in order to do that, I have to create you into a type of person that I feel is impervious to that. So for a narcissist, if you're looking for a partner, always ask that, is this what you want? I can give you this, but is it what you want? If she or he says, no, that's not what I want this. Save yourself a lot of trouble, my man. Save yourself a lot of trouble and just say, you know what? We're not gonna work out. I can't give you what you want. Now what happens? What happens if that particular person comes up to you and say, yes, I want this. I want this. Now here's where I have to critique Sam Vaknin again. He calls it a Faustian bargain, you know? You gotta sell your soul. You gotta sell your soul to me? Maybe in a sense. Okay? But here's the flip side. I sell my soul to you. I sell my soul to you. See, in order for me to give you the gift, okay, in my perspective, it's a gift. Maybe for you it will be something else. In order for me to give you the gift of turning you into the person you want to be, okay, it has to be what you want to be. Okay, if it's something you don't want, then it's gonna be hell. You're gonna be get abused. Okay, but if that particular thing is something you want to be, I can help you with that. A narcissist can help you with that. So in this regard, it stops being a manipulation already. What it becomes is, it becomes teaching. It becomes mentorship. Okay? I mold you. I help mold you to someone you feel is a success. In return, I give you, I told you, I mentioned two things, but it's three things actually. In return, validate me, validate my mission, validate why I'm doing what I'm doing. Number two, become my partner, become me. Show me that the vision I have in my mind is true, is achievable. And the third gift we give to you, we give you the keys to destroy us. We give you the keys to destroy us. Okay. So it's not a Faustian bargain. From our side, from a narcissistic perspective, we give you everything we have. We give you everything you have. You can destroy us if you want. Of course, we're going to hide about it. Now, what if the symbiosis works? What if the symbiosis works? Okay, Sam Vaknin uses the word virus, but why does he use all these negative words to explain these things? But the reason why he says it's a virus is because we replicate ourselves. Okay, I will try to replicate my vision of someone who's impervious to the thing that's giving me guilt and shame on the other person, on at first on my primary partner, my wife in this case. And then I will replicate someone else. And I will replicate on someone else. See, it's basically me giving you my vision of what things are supposed to be. You can either accept it or not. See, a lot of narcissists, again, you don't ask people if they want your vision or not before trying to mold them, to guide them. See if they don't like, if they don't want what you want, all right, or they feel you're trying to hide things, then it becomes a manipulation. That's the difference. So always ask. I mean, just ask, man. You want this? You don't want it? Get out of the fucking way. There's always going to be some people who wants what you want. And if those people comes forward and say, you know what? I like what you say. I like what you're doing. Teach me. Okay. What if the symbiosis is supposed to work that way? And eventually, once there's enough people, because I don't think one narcissist can achieve his dharma by himself. That's the great thing about it as well. Then together you can shut down whatever that's causing the guilt and shame. Because I can bet you whatever's causing the guilt and shame that a narcissist feels affects other people as well. Only difference is it affects us so much. Every single day we feel pain. We can't stop thinking about it. So if you're wondering why we do what we do, probably you can see it in that regard as well. Maybe you're not really dealing with an evil narcissist. Maybe what you're dealing with is a narcissist who doesn't know how to do things. I mean, no one teaches us that. I mean, you can go to all these sites about narcissists. It seems like they think narcissists are, yeah, I told you there's an element of compulsion, but we don't know what we're doing. It's automatic. Wouldn't it be great, all right? If Sam Vaknin, please, my man, teach us how to use this adaptation to do something better. Because we can't help it anyway, man. Calling yourself even a disease. I mean, look what it's doing to you, Sam. Look what it's doing to you. I'm here to tell you, you're achieving your dharma, guy. I know what your dharma is. Your dharma is to help people like us, to teach us to use this superpower properly. Man, whatever you do, everyone else does. Right now, you're looking at us as a disease. And you're focusing a lot on the people who are abused, which is fine, man. It's fine. But I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of people doing that now. Now let's change it. Let's change it, Sam. Come on, let's flip it up. Talk about us. Talk about narcissists now. How are we supposed to work? You tell us. Come on, you are our teacher. You are our only great teacher. Because I have no idea what HD Tudor's mission is or dharma or whatever. All right? He's a bit dodgy. Maybe once, but it definitely got something to do with Meghan Markle. That's for sure. Something to do with the royal family, I suppose. Okay. So that's my take on how a symbiosis might occur between why narcissism does what it is. It's actually we're trying to actually look for a symbiotic relationship. Of course, I might be wrong, right? But the alternative sucks. The alternative sucks. The alternative is we either eventually become pure psychopaths. Okay, maybe not pure psychopath, but as close to a psychopath as probably we're able to. Right? From the constant shame and guilt that's being heaped upon us, eventually, again, we're going to turn into psychopaths. Think about that, guys. Right? You're going to have psychopaths walking around. Right? So probably narcissists are like at the edge of it already. Right? So it's either that It's either that you want psychopaths running around, or number two, you have more narcissists like me. Because we are created by something. And Sam, I do notice you keep talking. It's about the, you know, how how the world's structured already. The world is structured in such a way that it rewards narcissists for one, and the other, since there's so many narcissists running around doing their stuff, we're propagating. So you want people with no clue what they're doing. You want narcissists with no clue what they're doing running around. Come on, help us out here, Sam. Sam, help us out. All right. Oh, thanks for saying that my ideas resonate with you. Okay. Yeah. What to do? That's true, Kaylin. All right, you guys. Okay, lah. Before I stop, okay, I'm going to stop at 40 minutes. This for Lee Harmon and Brian Taylor, okay? Guys, you can make more money if you target the narcissist. Like, really? I'm pretty sure you get more money out of it. Because you know why? Most of the time, narcissists have a lot of money. I know you guys keep talking about, what do you call this? Most of the things that you talk about, the narcissists you're talking about, those are weaklings. I mean, not weaklings, okay? I shouldn't call them weaklings. Those are kind of run of the mill, probably won't survive, probably won't be able to do their mission. But at the end of the day, the ones that's running the world, if you're not a freaking narcissist, you're not going to be able to do that. Now you just need one narcissist to be your coaching client. And they're like freaking be freaking rich. Be freaking rich, man. That's just how it is. Okay? That's just how it is. Anyway, that's more like a joke, okay? It's more like a joke. But for Lee Harmon, Brian Taylor, I think you guys, if you're really truly self-aware, again, you gotta help your other brothers out. Okay? Yeah, it's fine, it's good. You're trying to help people who are abused. Make money out of it. Yeah, go ahead, man. But don't forget your mission, guys. I know you guys have a mission. And I'm finding it hard to believe the reason why you get it, by doing your YouTube video and helping these other people. That is your true mission. Your true mission is to shut down whatever is causing the shame and guilt that's been done to you. And from there, you'll help other people from that. If you truly want to help, what's causing the shame and guilt that turned you into a narcissist? That's your true mission. Don't forget that. And while you are doing those missions, try not to get in another brother's way. Stop saying that we're evil or implying that we're evil, that we're gonna cheat all the time and all this kind of stuff. Okay? Help your brothers out, man. If Lee Harmon or Brian Taylor's listening to this, help your brothers out. Put up some videos about nice things about us. But yourself, I mean, you did some good as well. Open up about why open up what do you think you want, you can do to shut down your guilt and shame. Anyway, guys, 40 minutes. I was really pumped up. I guess this is the coffee. All right, I'd like to say thank you for Kaylin for dropping by. All right. And if any of this resonates with you, hopefully it helps. So I'll see you guys in the next video.